Reese Nicole, and I am so happy to be here with my girl who we love, Miss K.Michelle, for some cocktails and conversation. Okay? Yes. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just doing a lot of press, a lot of working, but I'm fine. I'm good. Uh-huh.
Well, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes. I
Thank
don't know
you.
what you've been sewing lately, girl, but it's working. It is working. I'm trying to get some of that. That's all, yes. Well, the new album is coming out soon. We're so excited about it. I just saw the video that you released, the lyric video, a few. What? Girl, you have me crying. I was like, I love him, I love him, I love him, I love him.
It's
What?
emotional. I usually sing about my life, so it was one of those records. So, uh-huh.
What song on the album was like the hardest to get through, like when you were recording it?
I think, all of them were easy for me to get through. I think, that video was really emotional because that did happen in one take. And, just listening to the words and just taking it in and, just really being focused in, that was really emotional for me. But, yeah, the whole album is emotional, and it's where I was at that time in my life.
Right, absolutely. Well, we feel it. We feel it. We feel you. I think we've all been in an emotional place like that at one time or the other. That's why so many people relate to you. Let's talk a little bit about you. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better. And okay, so when you were at FAM and you were, thinking about your future and your life, like what did you want your life to be?
I always knew I wanted to be an entertainer. I always knew I wanted to be a singer. And on top of that, I just had the normal dreams of any woman, a family, success, and yeah, I was basically normal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, is fame what you imagined it would be?
No, it's not what I thought it would be. It's a whole lot more difficult. For me, I wanted to be a singer. I didn't think about being famous. Like, I wanted to sing and be able to survive off of it, but I didn't take in, with that comes fame, and with fame comes a lot of stress and a lot of judgment and a lot of struggle. So I really didn't even think about that and take that into consideration when I said I wanted to be a singer, an entertainer.
Well, I always say that it's just so interesting now to like start to at least see the other side of it. Like it's really nothing that people think that it is.
Not at all.
It's not the glamorous life.
It's really not. Like, people, I think they think you just, they see you on stage. They don't think about the preparation before you get to stage. They don't think about the label meetings that you have to have. They don't think about every little thing and every detail. Has to be, in order to be a great entertainer, everything has to be lined up, and it's a growing process, and it's about growth. They only see the end result.
Right.
They don't know what goes on behind.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get all kinds of like friends and cousins that you didn't know that you had that are suddenly all about you.
I think I'm going through that more than anything now, just, people popping up out of nowhere, and it can be a lot. People wanting money and people trying to extort money, all kind of stuff, that goes on. And I never thought that so many people would be so hurt and angry about my success. And yeah, I mean, I've had other artist friends to tell me that would happen, but to the extreme and to the extent that people go, because they're not happy with their life, and how they take their anger out, and the blessings that God gave me, they are upset about those. So it's difficult. Yeah.
Wow. That's a dark statement right there. I mean, that's kind of heavy because you really don't think about it that way until it actually happens, and it's just sad. It's really sad.
It's people, like, I can wake up every morning and it's 10 new people upset with me, and I didn't do anything but sleep through the night. And it's really not about me. It's really about their insecurities and their unhappiness with their own life. So
I'm glad that you realized that, though.
No, 'cause I'm
Because probably in the beginning when it's new, you're like, what is this? But it probably took a minute to get to that place where you realize it's them and not you.
Yeah, when you realize I'm not doing anything, everybody, they like to say, oh, the artist changed. The truth is that the people around you change. A missed phone call now gets your Hollywood, when a missed phone call was just that, a missed phone call. Everything you do is because you're K.Michelle, when really you're just living and nothing has changed about you. So.
Wow. Well, let's talk about friendships because I saw your show. I'm watching every week, girl. K.Michelle, My Life on VH1. Loving the show. Congratulations on that. Congratulations. So we do explore friendships in your show, and that's just something that is so true to life, whether you're an entertainer or not. But how has your friendships changed since you have found success?
I've really got rid of a lot of people in my life. Like, I just asked God to make my circle smaller because you never know who is and what they want. And it seems like even your closest friends want something from you. And so now my circle is so small, and I like it like that. I seem to be more at peace. And, the people that I've cut off, I'm always seem to be under attack by them, whether it's through social media, anything. And I wouldn't have cut them off if it didn't need to, to take place. And my cutoff isn't like a curse you out cutoff like people would think. It's like I just don't pick up the phone anymore. And
Worse to me.
I just can't. I just can't.
What do you think was your darkest point in life, and how did you overcome that and come through it?
I would have to say the darkest point in my life was probably like the first season of Love and Hip Hop, when people really didn't understand me. People were calling me a liar. People were just really attacking me, and I had never been on a platform so big. Love and Hip Hop was huge, and I never had to deal with that much judgment thrown my way and ridicule. And that, I could say, was a very dark, dark place for me.
Right. And how did you come through it?
I just stayed prayerful, my parents, my friends, and I just remained me. And, you get to the point where you get so much thrown at you that you just kind of become numb to it. And you just kind of like, you know what, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Anyway, anything you're going to do, somebody isn't going to like it. Yeah. And once you're able to accept that, then you can, move better.
Absolutely. Well, you can't make everybody happy, and you will die trying to do that. Yeah.
And they'll still be here judging the next person after you're dead and gone.
Right?
So.
Well, my platform is learning to love yourself. Okay. And so I love to talk to people about their greatest insecurity and how they've learned to love themselves. And, I would love if you would share that with us.
I would say my greatest insecurity, I would say it has always been my looks. It's been, even when I was little, I like blossomed. But I was like a little ugly duckling. So that would be a major insecurity. And you definitely have to know that, you're made how you're made, and you have to accept it. I believe in alterations. Whatever. But when you alter things, it doesn't change your inside, right. And it doesn't change the insecurities within yourself. So I just feel like it takes growth, and it takes you. No one can tell you how pretty you are or how this you are. If you don't feel that way, it doesn't happen. And I think a lot of times women, we place our value in a man's hands. And when they don't act accordingly, or when it doesn't work out, our insecurities and self-esteem seems to come to the forefront. And you can't depend on anybody else to make you love yourself. So
I can't even talk about how many times I've looked to a man for validation, and it took maturity and growth to get past that point. But I have been there.
Every woman, I think every woman at some point is like, why he don't love me? Or
Or when he cheats and you think
What
that it's
was
something
wrong with me.
Yeah.
A lot of times people actions have nothing to do with you. It has to do everything with them and their upbringings and what they're battling. And you have to know that, and that's something that we have to mature into understanding. My album, Anybody Wanna Buy Heart, comes out December the 9th.
I'm Sharice Nicole. Thanks for watching CNikky.com. Remember to tune in Monday nights on VH1 to watch K.Michelle, My Life. And remember, to know what's good in Hollywood, you gotta see Nikki.